Welcome to episode 5 of Alumni Talkies. I'm your host Amey Desai, and today we have a special guest with us, Sir Amey Desai, a distinguished alumnus from the batch of 2007 and 2009, currently serving as the Strategic Sustainability Initiatives Manager at A.P Moller Maersk. Sir, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Sir leads global performance management for Maersk Sustainability Solutions, heading the Ocean Decarb workstream for the Strategic Customer Council. Today, we delve into Sir's pivotal role in integrating sustainability across Maersk operations and shaping the future of greener banks. Sir, let's start with your journey at A.P Moller Maersk. How did you find yourself in the role of Strategic Sustainability Initiatives Manager?
Thank you, Amey, first of all, for inviting me for the Alumni Talks. And then thank you, SCMHRD, for this opportunity. I've been with A.P Moller Maersk since 2012, and I must say it has been a ride. In my 12 years, I have worked with sales, I have worked with process excellence, I have worked with trade and marketing, I've also worked with pricing, and finally with the area strategic team in India, Bangladesh and Sri Lanka. I happened to come across this role back in June of 2023, so like 7 months back, and that's because the business dynamics within Maersk is continuously changing. You can't really be hooked up to one single role every now and then. You got to really discover yourself, find out what is it that you like, what is it that you have fun doing, and you got to give it to sustainability. It is an area that is invoking very high interest amongst all our customers globally. And among the first 5 questions that we get asked when we meet a customer is, what are you doing about sustainability? And that irked some amount of curiosity in me. There is something we got to do. That's how we started.
Okay. So, sir, following up on what you just said and talked about, so when we were going through your profile on LinkedIn, we realized that there is something known as the Ocean Decarb. So the Ocean Decarb workstream sounds intriguing as well. So could you elaborate on its significance in Maersk's sustainability efforts?
Sure, Amey. The company that I work with, A.P Moller Maersk, is a leading logistics services provider for its customers across the globe. We have presence in some 130 plus countries across the world, and among the many things that we can do in logistics, the company is really a leader, one of the top 3 in container shipping liners, and that's where we have a good 70 to 80% of our investments. We said, why not start with this sector? That is the global ocean transportation, the international ocean transportation. That's where it started. This is not something we started back in 2020 or 2021. This journey started in 2016 when we decided that we got to not limit ourselves to an ocean carrier but become a truly integrated logistics player. And when you are truly integrated logistics player, you got to understand your customer's requirement on sustainability. Among many things that you can do in sustainability, the first is decarbonization. And that's how the journey to ocean decarb started.
So, sir, now there are various parties and stakeholders involved when you're doing such a task. So, collaborating with diverse stakeholders can be challenging also sometimes. So, how do you ensure alignment and cooperation among them in your sustainability initiatives?
A very pertinent point. Thank you, Amey. And you'll be amused to know that the stakeholders are not just external or the statutory. Even the internal stakeholders need a lot of alignment, because if you start something new, you got to justify why do you need to do it, and then something like business case has to be built around any new investment or any new enterprise. So it was never a cakewalk. I would say our organization has a distinct orientation towards being customer centric. So we didn't have to fight, but we really needed to justify what is right for our customers and hence what is right for us. When it came to the statutory, thankfully the European Union has been taking the right steps, and the American Federal Maritime is also trying to make sure that it's in line with today's requirement. So that's how it all started.
So sir, now when we talk about sustainability future, so we are looking at something that is going to be there for a long period of time. So now when I look into the future, or us as viewers, when we look into the future, there are emerging technologies or strategies that you believe will play a crucial role in sustainability of the shipping industry. So could you shed some light on it?
Absolutely. In fact, let me shed some light on what does a company that wants to improve its carbon profile need to do. Does that help?
Yeah.
So, for some company that really wants to start its journey into decarbonization, the first thing that they need to find out is, what is my today's carbon profile? What is that year that I want to baseline myself? For example, my company, A.P Moller Maersk, has decided that it got to be carbon neutral, not zero, but carbon neutral by 2040. We originally took a 2050 target, but when we reviewed our progress in the first 2 years, from 2016 to 2018, then we decided we got to advance our net carbon neutral date from 2050 to 2040. If any company wants to start its journey like this, once it gets to know what is its carbon profile, it gets to divide it into 3 parts. The first is scope 1, scope 2 and scope 3. The keywords are, scope 1 is for burn, scope 2 is for buy, scope 3 is for beyond. Scope 1 is what you do in your company. Let's say your company makes hoodies. Then you have fibers, you have threads, cotton, you have some machines, and you use those machines to make hoodies. Now, whatever carbon you emit when you make those hoodies is your scope 1. You use several energy resources like electricity, like heat, like gases when you run your process. That's your scope 2. So whatever you do from what energy you buy, those emissions are scope 2. Finally, the emissions from your service providers or your suppliers that are beyond your control directly are your scope 3 emissions. And that's what you got to look at. Make your profile, take your targets, and then execute your plan.
So sir, now before we conclude, what advice would you like to give to professionals looking to drive sustainability initiatives within large corporations and organizations after graduating from this college? So for example, I am also a person who believes in the fact that I should give back to nature, because this is where we were born and this is what we are made of. So sir, what suggestion would you like to give to an individual like me who is eyeing something?
Absolutely.
Like
To you, Amitesh, and to our colleague Pavni, I will say that don't just look at decarbonization. Decarbonization is one aspect of being sustainable. There are many more, and you can choose any one of them. For example, circular economy. Are we making sure that we give to the society back that we are borrowing from? The labor who works for us at a petty salary, are they getting their worth back? Number 2, diversity. Are we making sure that we recruit our workforce from across the society, across the community? So it's not religion only, it's not sex only, it's not nationality only, but it's a mixture. Are we giving equal opportunities to every sector of the society? Number 3, are we making sure that our trade is a fair trade? Which means if you buy your cotton from someone to make your hoodies, are you making sure that he or she is making profit and hence able to sustain their business, or you're just exploiting them? Yeah, and then there are many more. Decap could be one, and I can keep going on and on. But you got to decide what is it that I'm going to make an impact on, and make sure you make a plan and follow your plan.
So, on a personal note, it's really good And I'm really glad to see that whatever we see on the websites and on the magazines about companies making big claims, that we are trying to do decarbonization, we are trying to have equal and fair trade, we make sure that the labor workforce is getting the money that they deserve. And to interact with you and see all of that into fruition is something that we all SCMHRDians are very proud of. So thank you so much for taking up that initiative in the corporate life and in the corporate world.
Thank you, but I got to give you guys something back. All of you watch YouTube. I want all of you to keep a watch on our company, A.P Moller Maersk, in the year 2024. Why? Because we have a good news for you. We will take delivery of at least 6 huge vessels or container ships that are powered by green methanol and not by the high carbon bunker. We will host the name giving events online live with all of you. Make sure to follow the A.P Moller Maersk handle on YouTube, and you'll be glad to know that something which is revolutionizing the logistics industry is coming soon.
Definitely, SCMHRD has got you, sir, in this case. And that concludes another episode of Alumni Talkies. A big thank you to you, sir, for sharing your insights, and thank you to our listeners. Tune in next time for more engaging content and such conversations. Until then, stay inspired. Don't forget us to follow us on Facebook, LinkedIn and Instagram. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, Avitesh. Thanks, Pavni.